Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing Raised by Wolves Season 2, Episode 7, entitled The Feeding. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? Man, you can't keep a good tree down, but you can scarf one down. At least that's what we saw in episode 7 of Raised by Wolves, following on the previous episode, the momentous episode in which a certain character, Sue, gets turned into a tree. And what does that mean? We get here a lot of really interesting revelations. This is one of those episodes where we've been asking a lot of questions. They're finally like, fine, we'll tell you some things. All right, just stop bothering us so much. In particular, as we saw in the previous episode, we have Paul and Marcus, I guess, coming to terms with the fact that Sue is now a tree, and also that there's some kind of weird fruit, and having their idea about Saul and what Saul wants them to do. And I guess they want them to distribute the brain fruit. It's very interesting. They follow through on it, and it doesn't quite do what they say. And for the first time, we see Paul's faith waver. And also, we see that Marcus maybe he's not as into Saul as we say. We also have the ongoing saga of what happened to Tempest's baby. I thought it was eaten, but also there's a good chance that maybe not eaten. And this intersects in an interesting and also somewhat creepy way with Vril, who's the homicidal robot who went so crazy and homicidal a couple episodes ago, and now wanting to get back in with the group and wearing I guess a mask made of chiclets, looks like, as she tries to ingratiate herself. What's interesting, I really like Vril coming back into play, mainly because we're starting to see Campion sort of, I guess, maybe become the man he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a leader, right? And Vril really kind of touches on some feelings that the humans have towards androids, and that maybe even the androids have towards themselves and their role within human society. And for most people, androids are simply, they're servants or they're tools to be used. But Campion actually sees Vril as a person, and that, I think, speaks well to the sort of, not just the sort of person he's going to be, but also the sort of society that he intends to, or if he wants to, if he ever gets around to it, to lead. One in which androids are not just things, they're people. He actually says later on something to the effect of that they have souls. And that's an interesting little wrinkle, actually, considering he knows the fact that she literally murdered the crap out of people. And maybe if she was justified, but something that's hard for even father to accept. That said, she does do a solid to them by helping find out where Tempest's baby is. Tempest's baby, surprise, surprise, it's being suckled at the teat of a weird-ass mer person. It's very weird-ass mer person. And it's weird to, that she can even do so. It does raise questions about what the heck the mer people are and where they came from. But of course, that leads Hunter to go follow through and just kill the mer mother, even though Tempest doesn't want her baby. There's a lot of weird, and also a lot of weird and maybe understandable emotions going on with Tempest there. But that said, she is kind of she gets to be the stupid person of all the kids. Everyone has to be stupid every episode. She gets to be the stupid one this episode once again. I don't quite follow her reasoning behind everything, but it is what it is. And against all of that, there's the big elephant in the room, or in this case, the big serpent in the room, and that's this question of why Mother would keep the serpent around, even though it's clearly dangerous, even though it doesn't eat meat, and where did the serpent come from, and why does it exist, and then it exists apparently to eat that weird brain fruit that didn't do anything to the humans, but it really powered it up and sent it on the course to, unfortunately, permanently get rid of Sue in the show. I really hate that actually, because Sue could be my favorite character in this whole show, and now she's gone. So why? Just getting rid of us, one of the few ones that's not annoying it sometimes. And it becomes this giant floating Hydra thing, because that's what we need on an alien planet, a flying homicidal eating machine that and also we find out that has the voice of Mother, because why not? Why wouldn't it have the voice of Mother? It's all basically a giant a boss fight that's waiting to happen, and Mother can't fight it because it's her child, and gets injured, and now she has to consult with grandmother about what the heck's going on, which is the part that all that leading up to that was really cool. And it's got sibling rivalry, campy and cool, whatever, I guess. And even Vril, having her last moments of life, that was interesting. I hate to see Vril go, because it would have been interesting to see what an android could do. But all that being said, the real meat of this, the stuff that interested the heck out of me, was finally learning out about all those artifacts and stuff like that. That there were humans on Kepler 22b before the humans landed there from Earth. 22b maybe was the source of humanity, but they had been there for a while, and they knew about Saul, and spent who knows how many hundreds of years trying to figure out what Saul wanted, other than to just destroy the planet and perhaps humanity. And so now we get an understanding of where the Mithraic and they call them the technocrats who fought the Mithraics, where that all came from, where the religion all seems to have originated from. And so it just opens a larger mystery. What is Saul up to? What the heck? Who is Saul? What is it? What does it want? This is the sort of thing I want in my sci-fi. I want questions that require answers that aren't going to be obviously sorted out, but also give us some kind of scientific or even like quasi-mystical explanation. But I love the questions, and I love the world building that's going on in this episode. So overall, I had a really good time with this episode. This season has really been pretty darn good, and people are less annoying, and there's a lot more interesting, cool stuff going on. So I am really excited to see where Raised by Wolves is going in the future. So that's my thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think of the episode? What do you guys think about what I had to say? Get down to the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com, or @supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And, we'll chop it up, talk about this show, see where it's going. We only got a few episodes left. So, all right, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. We're going to review the 8th episode of Raised by Wolves. Until then, I've been Mo de Poupe, your resident fabricant and comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.